So this is me right before watching him in theaters. Okay, so this one was a bit interesting. If anything, it's biblical in nature, but doesn't show that it's biblical the way we think it is within these trailers. It's demonic, but not the kind that you would expect, but at the same time, it kind of is. And you see, that's the problem with this film. It kind of edges you throughout the entire thing until the very end, where we realize why it all came to be and why it all wrapped up the way that it did. And even then, there are still some questions that haven't been answered. The whole process of Tyreek Withers' character and Marlon Wayans' character is exactly what you think it would be. Like, oh, you're an up-and-coming quarterback. I'm already a star quarterback. Let's see what we can do here. How can I make you the next big thing in the most brutal way imaginable? Playing off the sacrifice aspect. Grapples with the idea of, is this just human nature of wanting to sacrifice everything while including the notion that it's biblical? Or is this like an underlying meaning of it being biblical without referencing that it is? Because based off of the dialogue and everything else in between it, that's exactly what it feels like. It's cultish and ritualistic and sells you on the idea that it is, but it's subtle. But it's still very prevalent at the same time. That in itself, I will say, was done very well. But in the grand scheme of everything, I think they could have done this a little bit better. No way am I saying this movie is bad. I'm just saying it's all right in the grand scheme of things. Think of it like this. Football in America is like a religion. And that is kind of the idea that's being brought out in this film, only to the absolute max, like the extent. Think of Marlon Wayans' character as Tom Brady. The amount of times that he's won, it's kind of like that. Granted, that's not how that plays out in real life with Tom Brady, but like the GOAT, you know, like where do you go from there? How do you achieve such greatness? What could you have possibly done? And they elaborate on that in this film. And the semi-body horror aspect to it, that's not really body horror, but kind of gets you on edge. Very interesting, and plays into the occult aspect that is a part of this film. This is one of those films that it's very hard to explain after seeing it. You just kind of have to see it to understand it. And even then, it's like a bit weird. Overall, I would rate this a 3 out of 5 stars. I didn't like it, but I didn't hate it. It's like right there in the middle for me.